Hello, Mashpee residents. My name is Patricia Keli'inui, or most commonly known as Trish. I am a lifelong resident of the town of Mashpee with extremely deep family and cultural roots in this community. I am 48 years old and a mother of one son, Jordan, who just last week completed his junior year at the University of Massachusetts in Amherst, where he is majoring in political science with a minor in computer science. I am a member of the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe and have served our tribal community in various capacities over the years. Aside from committee work, I have been elected to the governing board as a tribal councilwoman. I served in 1999 for one term, as well as more recently from 2009 to 2015. Also in 1999, I established the Keli'inui Memorial Golf Classic golf tournament as a tribute to my mother, Mashpee's first selectwoman, who lost her battle with lung cancer the previous year. For 11 years, the tournament far exceeded my expectations by its popularity and participation by family, friends, and neighbors. I attribute much of the success of the tournament to the long-lasting relationships fostered by my mother and a true commentary of just how well respected she was as a leader in Mashpee and across the region. I am a member of local organizations that contribute to the success of the town, including the Mashpee Pops Committee, as well as the Mashpee TV Boards of Directors, respectively. While my son was a high school student, I also served on the Mashpee High School Boosters organization as the Touchdown Club president, which supported the Mashpee High School football team players and coaches. 2011 was a very exciting time in the history of Mashpee as the team of wonderful student athletes brought home its first conference title as well as the Division IV Super Bowl championship. Their remarkable feat truly brought the entire community together. I consider myself fortunate to be in a position to serve my entire community with a unique perspective. I am a product of Mashpee, and I've proudly raised my son as a single mother who is also a product of Mashpee. I pride myself on relationships that have been built with my neighbors, friends, and town leadership. I feel my contribution to town governance will only strengthen the confidence in town residents that the direction and decisions will serve in a balanced manner. There is an understandable air of concern and question surrounding the state of my tribe and its sovereignty. What do terms like land into trust, nation building, sovereign land truly mean? It's become clear that the need for a broader effort to educate citizens of the town of Mashpee and Mashpee Wampanoag Tribal Nation is imperative. I applaud both the tribe and the town of Mashpee for coming together and building on the positive momentum and collaborative efforts in a government-to-government relationship. And I feel strongly that I am in a position to see these essential responsibilities succeed for the betterment of all citizens of the town. Thank you for your consideration as a write-in candidate to serve as town selectman on Tuesday, May 17th from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at Quashnet School. I look forward to a positive election process where all residents of the town of Mashpee are winners. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Carol Sherman, and I am running for re-election for the Board of Selectmen for my third term. I am currently serving as vice chair. I have prided myself on being one who works well with others and in bringing people together to get things done for the people of Mashpee. I am proud to be a voice for the people. I have a track record of accomplishments. I have the creation of the community park across from Town Hall. That was my first project when I came on board. And we have created a place where people can gather, events can be enjoyed. We have a civic place where people can enjoy concerts, food truck Fridays, searching for Easter eggs, and even weddings. I'm looking forward to building on that success to create other projects that Mashpee residents can really be proud of and reflect well on the community. I am a small business owner, and I understand the importance of economic development and the creation of opportunities to keep young people here on Cape Cod. I have been serving on the Economic Development Committee for 5 years, over 3 years as chairman. I help make the EDIC self-sufficient, and I will continue to bring economic opportunities to Mashpee. In my next term, I would like to see the EDIC be more involved with zoning laws to make business friendly. I would also like to look in our industrial parks to see what we can do to attract a more diverse business to town. The Community Preservation Committee is a very important committee that I have worked with to bring forward projects of land preservation, and I will continue to support a balanced approach to land preservation and other projects that come to us. I've enjoyed my 6 years that I have been involved with the Chamber, with businesses, and helped bring a strong rapport between the business community and the town. I have connected by being involved with their functions and look forward to building on that relationship. I am a doer, and I love people, and I believe that the town can partner with the residents and businesses and keep Mashpee a great place to live. I would appreciate your vote on Tuesday, May 17th, and your continued support. Thank you.
Hello, my name is David Weeden. I've lived in Mashpee at different stages of my life since I was a teenager. I spent a significant amount of time here as a child, visiting my grandparents at their homestead on Lovell's Lane. Some of my fondest memories are coming to Mashpee with my family at a very young age. During those early times, the scent of tiger lilies would always awaken me from the long ride as we came into Mashpee. Those times spent on the trails and back roads, riding bikes early in the morning with my grandfather will always be cherished. In those days, the town wasn't as developed and had a very unique rural character. As an adult, I have worked as a cultural educator with the Mashantucket Pequot tribe before working in the construction field. I've worked as a union laborer foreman with a focus on federal highway projects, as well as owning and operating my own construction company with the emphasis on masonry projects. Later in life, I attended New England Institute of Technology, where I earned my Associates of Science degree in Architectural and Building Technologies. After graduating, I worked as a draftsman detailer for one of the largest structural steel suppliers in Rhode Island. Recently, I relocated back to Mashpee in order to work closer with my tribe, the Mashpee Wampanoag. As the 2012-2013 powwow director, I was able to coordinate our tribe's largest public cultural event. I also worked with the tribe's construction team as an assistant clerk of the works during the construction of our tribal government building. Culture and tradition is my passion, so working with the tribe's Historic Preservation Office has been a pleasurable experience. I first started with the tribe's Historic Preservation Office as a cultural resource monitor, working in the field monitoring archaeological and construction projects. Presently, I hold the position of Deputy Tribal Historic Preservation Officer, working closely with the Tribal Historic Preservation Officer/Director. In this role, I review the projects, offer comments, consult, and manage our department's cultural resource monitors on certain state and federal projects. Most recently, I've been appointed to a seat on the Cape Cod Commission as the Native American representative. With my life's experiences and opportunities, I would now like to sit on the town of Mashpee's Planning Board. For a long time, the tribe has not had input in the future planning and development of our town. The town has lost much of the character that made it so unique. I ask for your vote on May 17th to grant the tribe a voice in the future planning of our ancestral homelands here in Mashpee. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Hi, I'm Tom Fudala. I'm looking for your vote for a third term as your Water District Commissioner on the town elections on May 17th. For those of you who don't know me, after all these years, I've been your Mashpee Town Planner since 1984. When I first took the job, there were two major issues in the town that continue to be issues. One was slowing down the rate of development, and the other was protecting our water quality, both our drinking water quality and our bay water quality. As part of both of those efforts, one of the first things I was asked to do was to help protect the Mashpee River by purchasing roughly 400 acres on the Mashpee River, and that led to further purchases on the river and around the town, and so that I've been involved with over 3,000 acres of protecting open space in Mashpee. That has helped slow down growth and protect the water quality supply. I served on the Mashpee Water Quality Advisory Committee and the Water Supply Committee, which led to the creation of the Mashpee Water District in 1987. Next year, I actually led the effort to create the Mashpee Sewer Commission, in which I've been your chairman since 1989. I'm seeking your vote to continue my work to protect our environment, to protect our water quality through the Water District Commission. And I sincerely, again, appreciate your vote on May 17th.
Hi, my name is Marie Stone. Let me tell you a little bit about myself, my background, and why I choose to run for town moderator for Mashpee. I'm a resident of the town of Mashpee. My mom is Carol Lopez. Many of you may know her as the Wampum Lady. My mom served in town council for most of her life, first as a tax collector and later on as a town clerk. She also went on to serve as the executive administrative assistant for the special education department at the Quashnet School. You also may know me by my sister Alice, the late Alice Lopez. Many of you know, brought the first HUD funding into the tribe and established the tribe's first housing department, which includes about 8 different housing programs and allows us to begin building our affordable housing project, which you see located up on Meeting House Road. I currently serve as secretary of the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe. That's my primary role, which is to provide legislation and policy making and overall problem solving to help improve the lives of tribal members. Prior to serving as secretary for the tribe, I spent 25 years at Xerox Corporation in a variety of assignments, which include being a corporate trainer, a quality specialist, and a customer education specialist working on marketing and business operation management. My secondary education includes Northeastern University, UMass Boston, where I did study business management and human resource management. Currently, I serve on the town's Affordable Housing Committee and the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe's Housing Commission, and I'm a member of the National Congress of American Indians, as well as sitting on the executive board of USET, which is the United South and Eastern Tribes. I'm liaison with the town's domestic violence unit, working closely with Tara Colleen at the Mashpee Police Department, and I serve on the National Committee for Domestic Violence Against Women. And what we do there is lobby the Department of Justice for appropriation and programs that support women and children in need of services for domestic violence. Why am I running? I'm running as a write-in candidate for the seat of town moderator. My interest in town government has been a long time coming. Understanding that the town has for a long time not had much participation from its longest residing citizens, which are from the tribe. A member of the National Parliamentarians Organization and a certified facilitator under the Malcolm Baldrige School of Quality Management, I feel well qualified and positioned to become the town moderator. Again, my name is Marie Stone, and if elected, I will serve to my fullest capacity as your moderator, applying all my experience in bringing the next generation of elected town residents and leadership to town government. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Jeremy Carter, and I'm running for re-election for the office of Mashpee Town Moderator, a position I've held for the last 22 years. I'd like to thank Mashpee Television for allowing all candidates for town offices the opportunity to be able to speak to the voters. The job of a moderator is to run the meeting with a fair and firm objective, allowing both sides of an issue to discuss and debate the merits of their position. The moderator must control a meeting and move discussions along when the discussion becomes repetitive. Besides running town meetings, the duties of a moderator in Mashpee is to appoint the members of the Finance Committee and be available to them when there's a question or an issue and they need assistance. The moderator should not be biased or have an agenda to favor one side or a particular group over another. An effective moderator must keep an open mind and be prepared to address points of order raised during meetings. A moderator should withhold voting on issues and remain impartial at all times. These are qualities that I have brought to this office for the past 22 years. Mashpee has been my full-time home for the last 40 years. I have been a police officer here, a selectman. I started a youth commission before the Boys and Girls Club came into existence. I would ask each and every one of you to please go and vote on May 17th, and I look forward, with your support, to seeing you at the next town meeting. Thank you.
My name is Mary LeClair, and I have lived in Mashpee many years, and I am the incumbent for the library position, running again. I just served 3 years and have enjoyed every minute of it. And my reason for running is because I believe that the library is the heart of the town. It's the heart of the town because it's where you can go, you can create, you can educate, you can have programs. It's your building, and we are the stewards. So I feel as if I'm qualified because of my background in banking and as a county commissioner and county treasurer. I'm able to work with budgets, and I have the experience, and I would really like to serve again. So I'm asking you this for my vote, for your vote, and would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Wanikisak Wami Masipi Natashayawunk. Good day, all my Mashpee family. I am Brian Weeden, and I am currently seeking the position of Library Trustee for the town of Mashpee. I currently serve as the male co-president and Board of Trustee member for the United National Indian Tribal Youth, also known as Unity. Unity is the oldest and largest Native youth-led organization with a track record of 40 years of youth development and leadership training to over 145 youth councils in 35 states, including Alaska and Canada. Outside of that, I also serve as the co-vice president for NCAI, also known as the National Congress of the American Indians Youth Commission. In this capacity, we move forward policies and legislation that affect all of Indian country. I also served and had the pleasure of serving as the Mashpee Wampanoag Powwow Committee Chairman, founder and chairperson of the Mashpee Wampanoag Youth Council in 2009, served also on the Enrollment Committee as the chairperson, and the Election Committee volunteer, and a very strong youth advocate on behalf of all of the youth. I am a 2011 graduate of Mashpee High School. While in attendance at Mashpee High School, I was involved and a member of the Human Rights Club. A big project we did was bring a diversity day to Mashpee High School. During this day, we had cultural performances and many other different ethnicities brought their food, and we came together as a community to embrace everyone's culture and histories and to learn and educate everyone about the people of the First Light. Outside of that, I also served on the Cape and Islands Youth Development Council. Here, a group of youth from around the Cape would come together and review grant proposals and determine who would receive the funding. So as you can see, I have a very impressive track record of serving my community, both nationally and locally. I wish to continue on the path of volunteering and giving back to the community I love and call home. I am running for the position of Library Trustee for a few reasons. The first reason would be to lead by example and to get the young people of our town interested in the politics and governance of the town, so that we are all well equipped to run this town when that day comes. I am also running in honor and memory of my great-grandmother, Adeline Mills Hicks, who was the town of Mashpee's very first librarian. I come from a long line of town officials, and I wish to follow in the footsteps of great Mashpee leaders who have come before me. For a long time, the younger generation has taken a back seat to town governance, and I wish to be a part of the solution and not the problem. If elected, I will give the position my all and work for you, the residents of Mashpee. I will hold you all very near and dear to my heart as I take this journey to be your humble servant. Once again, I am Brian Weeden, and I would like your support in electing me to the town of Mashpee's library trustee on May 17th, 2016. Katabatash. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Marcia MacInnis, and I'd like to start by thanking you for signing my nomination papers and for taking the time to share your comments with me about the library. I'm happy to report that I've passed your concerns along to the board and to our director, Kathy Mahoney. Kathy's the one who develops the library programs, resolves complaints, and addresses staffing matters. The board, on the other hand, has a less hands-on role, but a very important one nonetheless. The board has several subcommittees like Buildings and Grounds, but it also, and more importantly, provides a layer of oversight in areas like budget and finance and policies and procedures. For example, the meeting room policies are determined by the board. The director also reports to the board, so the board is in effect her supervisor and responsible for her performance evaluation. Like other town committees, the trustees are answerable to you, the public, not to town officials, and certainly not to special interests. We're also volunteers. The trustees are not paid. Trustees are expected to educate themselves on technical issues like pending legislation, private and public library funding, censorship, internet filtering, and new technologies. Now, personally, I have a background in information technology. I'm a web and database developer, have been for about 20 years. So it's my hope that I would be able to contribute that background in discussions along these subject lines. As you may know, our library is almost wholly dependent on tax revenue for its operating budget. The older libraries on the Cape have endowments, and that helps to cushion and even out the revenue streams in bad years as well as good. As a personal goal, I would love to work with the board, our director, and the Friends to increase our endowment so that sometime in the future it can provide the stability that other town libraries enjoy. I'm running because I care about our library for a lot of reasons. I like that it serves a lot of different constituencies. It supports lifelong learning for all of us. It serves as a meeting place and an information center for students and residents of all ages and abilities. It's considered by many of us to be the most important public entity in Mashpee. We're very fortunate to have a very professional, well-qualified, and knowledgeable director and board of trustees, and an active and enthusiastic Friends of the Library group. I'm looking forward to working with all of them. Hope to have your vote next week, and thank you. I'll see you at the polls.